Hi, my name's Ebony. These are my bookshelves and welcome back to my channel. Today, I just wanted to talk through 5 of my top recommendations if you love an isolated, snowed in, paranormal-esque, creepy mystery. These are my top 5 that I've got currently, and ones that you don't always hear or see recommended through BookTok, Instagram, or BookTube, and ones I at least don't see enough people talk about. So let's get right on into it and talk about some spooky books. I'll start with probably the most popular, or at least a few years ago this was, and that is Death in the Family by Tessa Wager. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, Tessa. But I absolutely loved this book. All the juicy plot elements of an Agatha Christie inspired mystery. I mean, it's very much similar to something like And Then There Were None, which is a great Agatha Christie, a classic. And this was definitely heavily inspired by it, but not so much that it takes away from it or that you're annoyed by it. So we're following Shana Merchant, an NYPD detective who 13 months ago barely survived an abduction by a serial killer, and she's trying to leave those memories behind her. So she's moved on to a sleepy town with her fiance, but very quickly her new partner at work gets a call about this wealthy young man who's gone missing from his family's private island estate. There's the Agatha Christie inspiration straight up. She goes with her partner to investigate, and straight away there's a body. The northeasterlies coming in and they get stormed. The storm is raging on this island. They cannot get off this island to get back to the mainland, and they're getting picked off. Things are happening, people are getting murdered, and she's got to deal with her past while trying to solve this case in real time. So like I said, very Agatha Christie inspired. This was really popular when it first came out, but I still think it holds up. So if that sounds like your kind of thing, definitely reach for this. This is an Icelandic crime mystery, but is so spooky, and you can easily read it in one sitting, and that is The Mist. It's not a very big book, but it's very unsettling, and the sense of impending doom while you're reading this is next level. So basically we're following a couple who just before Christmas, they're hunkering down. There's a blizzard on the way. So yeah, they're getting ready to be locked in basically for the Christmas and New Year period when someone knocks on their door, and it's a stranger, a man they've never seen before, but he's desperate for help and shelter. And like I said, the blizzard's coming, so out of the goodness of their heart, they let him in, but they're going to regret it because this man is not all that he seems. Then our detective, who is recovering from her own family tragedy at the time, gets a call, and she has to go out to an isolated farmhouse, and a grisly mystery starts unfolding before her. This is all you need to know for this book. It is so spooky. You'll be on the edge of your seat. Your anxiety levels will be going through the roof. You won't know who to trust, what the hell's going on. You will feel isolated reading this, but I bloody loved it, and I highly recommend it. This doesn't get talked about enough. If you like the snowed in blizzard trope, but with a stranger at the door, I know it's not a new thing, but to me, this was done expertly. And I loved the investigation side woven in through the story of the 3 people that are locked in this farmhouse. So it all comes to a great conclusion as well. You'll be very satisfied reading this book. The Lost Village by Camilla Sten. I thoroughly enjoy this. This has got that kind of Blair Witchy vibe because it's found footage as well. But basically this woman named Alice, a budding filmmaker, and she has been obsessed with the disappearance of the old mining town that was dubbed the Lost Village. Her grandparents, I'm pretty sure, her family anyway, are connected to this. They disappeared with this village in 1959. So she wants to go back to find answers for her family. So she gathers up a crew of her friends to film it and to see what they can find when they're there, but there's no turning back. So, there's no getting back once they're at this village. And as soon as they start arriving, things start going wrong. So equipment gets destroyed. People in the group are going missing, that sort of stuff. It's great. And so I love abandoned villages and abandoned areas and abandoned buildings. Plus you've got the whole great thing of that urban explorer kind of vibe, that lost found footage. It's so good. No one talks about it anymore, and I will keep talking about these books because for me, I love these sorts of mysteries. Now, this one is truly underrated, and I've literally seen no one I follow, no one on the internet talk about this book, or at least not enough. And that is There Should Have Been 8. I picked this up just like at my local bookstore, never heard of it, loved the cover, loved the blurb, and I'm going to recommend it to you today. I still talk about this book. This is about a group of friends who met when they were teenagers, now they're grown up, life has been kind to some, quite unkind to others, and no more than be their friend because they lost her 9 years ago. So the 7 friends have gathered on B's family estate, this rundown, like it used to be a Gothic mansion, you know, in its prime, and they've gathered there to reminisce, talk about old times, respect their friend, cheers her, you know, that sort of thing. But it becomes abundantly clear as they get snowed in, again, a blizzard comes, as they get snowed in to this estate, that things are not what they seem. And like bitterness and rage and long buried secrets and grief and all that good stuff comes out over this weekend, I'm pretty sure it is. And like I say, they get snowed in, they can't leave. Underneath it all is this nagging feeling that B's death all those years ago isn't what it claimed to be. Basically, before the weekend is out, all will be revealed. I just love it. Someone is going to confess because there should have been 8. I love the snowy mysteries. Maybe it's living in a hot climate that I always like to escape to this sort of location. I love a group of friends, you know, that have lots of secrets from high school and all the way up to their adulthood, and things really coming to the surface. But this creepy Gothic estate as well that's kind of not been looked after. So there's family secrets from B, the friend who died, that our main character is trying to figure out and piece together, and real creepy stuff starts happening in the hallways. There's death, there's murder. You've got everything in this, a murder mystery, forced isolation, you know? And they have to confront their demons and figure out what the hell happened to their friend all those years ago. My lucky last one for this video that I'm going to recommend to you is another very underrated one, and a book that will truly give you the spooks, and that is I Remember You. Another Icelandic noir paranormal crime mystery. This has got everything for you if you're a horror and thriller reader, to be honest. If you don't mind a bit of paranormal, creepy, spooky stuff happening, then definitely read this one, but you've still got like the crime, police, procedural element in here too to enjoy. So you're going to enjoy it either way. We have these friends in an isolated village in Iceland. They're set to work renovating this derelict, rundown house, but it becomes apparent pretty quickly that they are not alone in this house, and whatever is in there with them is making its presence known. Very spooky scenes. I don't get spooked very often, but this had something. She laced this book with something. Her writing is incredible. Meanwhile, in the town across the fjord, we are following a doctor who is investigating the suicide of this elderly woman who he discovers was obsessed with the vanishing of his son. And these two stories of the friends over in this rundown house that they're renovating, that are locked in, they can't get away, and this guy, this doctor, kind of piecing together the disappearance of his son and why this elderly woman committed suicide and why she was obsessed with the disappearance of his son, and it collides into a very satisfying conclusion. I was obsessed. I'm still obsessed. This has got everything I love. I love a bit of paranormal, spooky dooky action, and this has got it in spades, but not so much that it's cheesy or corny. This is truly terrifying at times. The characters were fantastic. I loved the ending. I really enjoyed the alternating stories and being able to, like, that sense of like, oh, there's something coming. I know there's something coming, something big. And the fact that they are connected in some way really keeps you reading right to the end, and you're not going to be disappointed with this. I encourage more crime and mystery readers to read Icelandic or Nordic or Scandinavian noir and crime novels, because they are some of the best out there, in my opinion. I've got so many more I want to talk about, but this is one of my top for that isolation trope and being locked in. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you got a few more books that you can add to your spooky TBR, especially if you love an underrated, isolated, found footage, snowed in trope. Then you are going to eat up all of these books, to be honest. Not even just one of them. You'll love all of them. But I would love to hear if you've read any of these, or if you're going to pick one up. I can't wait to hear your thoughts, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!